So, how are you doing? All of you shouting deportation, deportation, deportation. You know, bad reach like that. Make una calm down. But there are many things I want us to talk about. And this particular person where I did touch here, this particular gospel musician, he has, he's one of the untouchables in Nigeria. And the danger of the untouchables, because people love them, and that's the biggest danger in Nigeria, especially when they associate the untouchables with God. They believe that anything the person did is approved by God. And that is one of our biggest problems in Nigeria. Arable Beatrice said, you see this DF now for him. Talk quickly, make I feel rapture you. I don't beg una. My mouth no good though. Make I no use you start this night. How can you have Femi Aderogba? You know that when it comes to the gospel in Nigeria, some people are untouchable because they are people's favorites. And my question always is, how can 10 people be preaching the exact same gospel and you like 4 and you dislike 5, or you dislike 5 and you are unconcerned about 1? Someone said, which verifiable channel? I don't know. I'm just saying, presumably, I heard it. And I'm dealing with it. That's why I don't mention anybody's name. I'm dealing with it based on Baba, anybody will talk nonsense, I go block you. I go first curse you before I block you. So just watch your tone. You understand? I'm not saying don't disagree with me, but just watch your tone. I warn people down. Because I be like fire. Once I catch fire like this, I don't, and I no go hear sorry. She never do anything. I just warn them down because I know where she did go. So I just caution them. See, the free is not a democracy. Neither do I believe in democratic things. I don't run things democratically. So don't think that this is where everybody will come. This one will shout up. This one will shout like a Japanese parliament. No. I just rapture person. We don't ask me about people where I say make you not ask me about. If you don't know to say I don't rapture, you just know say you don't ask. I don't tell you. You don't ask me about people where I say don't. If you don't see somebody on my page, don't ask me after them. It's as simple as that. Don't come and play that victim. If you block me, no wahala. I will block you if you talk nonsense. I don't block people who are respectful. I block people who don't have sense. And if you, I don't start to. Let me warn you, it's not about blocking. Malcolm shake me if we're not into block. I will first curse you. The curse will go follow you to the end of this year. Not look for my trouble. My mouth no good. I don't warn you. If you block me, no wahala. Stop playing the victim. You are not a victim. You come to my life and want to start talking nonsense. This daddy free shall be your mate. I don't warn you. You they go there, but you not get sense. Now people like you, man, they keep for house, they beat. Have I insulted you? You have not, but you were going there today. You were going there today. And instead of make you shut up, make you move. As I don't warn you now, I give you warning shot. You continue to. See, when parents don't give you warning shot, what does it mean? Calm down, face where you are going. Don't play the victim. You came here talking BS and I gave it to you quickly. As I give unto you now, you won't come, they talk. Let me tell you, see, we are not gossiping here. We are talking, I don't have people. 100 people. If to say we want to talk about chief priest and everywhere go full, everybody go get opinion. They don't they cause you inside. Okay, me could not leave him, leave him. We know say the person not get sense, but me could just leave him, not cause him again. They don't begin. You see, how would you come and start with that tone? Remember that thing, that first thing you wrote. Does that thing make sense to you? See this man, that thing where you type, it makes sense to you. Anyway, let's go back to what brought us here. Let's go back to what brought us here. You see, my problem with the Nigerian gospel, whether you like the gospeler or not, is that the Nigerian gospel, the Nigerian church system, the Nigerian prayer system has no dividends. There's nothing you can point to and say that this is what we could achieve despite 10 churches on every street. If you go and read the Bible gives us the fruit of the Holy Spirit, which include patience, which include love, which include all sorts of things. How can we have prayer sessions from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. every single weekday and there is no love? I need you to work with me. How can we have middle of the night challenges, churches every Sunday, and you look at the people and the people don't love one another? It defeats the purpose. I want you to open your mind. Whether you like this particular person we're talking about today or not is not the question. Sometimes when you like people, you are blindsided to what they do. Somebody said, no love because of our upbringing. Well, yeah. But if the message of the church was love, even if your parents failed at home, or let's say our parents failed at home, is church not supposed to act as a binding force? I want to ask you a question. If you go to a man's house and the house is dirty and the house they smell and dirty day everywhere, but the man clean, you go chop from that man? A clean man living in a dirty house, as the waka, you go see peace here, you see pool there, gutter here. It's the man house dirty. Everybody wait there around them, nobody they bath. Will you drink water from that person? Religion is the only place where people will go and see failure of religion and still buy. Let me break this down to you. If you go to a mechanic's workshop and all you see is broken down cars, each time you go there, the same cars are there broken down. I just rapture another person. You go to somebody's workshop, mechanic, and every time you go to that workshop, all you see is broken down cars. Person they carry in car go there with flat tire. From there, engine go knock. You will carry your motor go there. I'm asking, I want you to work with me. Imagine there was a hospital. Every single person that you took there died. Person they cough, they carry and go to the hospital. He buy. Person get headache, they carry and go to the hospital. He buy. Person fall in leg bruise, they carry and go there. They put spirit, the person buy. You go carry your pikin go there. I want you to answer me honestly, wherever you are watching from. I want you to answer me honestly. And I need your concentration because I want us to talk, and I want us to talk seriously. I want us to be serious about this conversation. You will carry your pikin go there. Religion is that mechanic workshop where they not they ever repair any motor. Any motor where they carry go there go spoil more. Religion is that hospital where they carry people go. And if you carry person go there, the person go buy, but you go still carry somebody. You see, there are things that in law, if you were thinking logically. Let me give you an example. Imagine all these people that expose people that scam people online. Imagine there's somebody where they sell crypto, or with it. Let's talk something where people like to buy. They sell human hair. Everybody where you know we buy from them, that they scam them. Is it that they sell them inferior hair, or they run with their money, or they sell them half of the hair where they pay for, and then they call them out, and everybody they call them out. You go buy hair from the person. In every logical instance, you will say no. I'm asking you, will you buy hair from the person? Will you buy hair from your wife, just in case you be a man, from the person? Now listen to me. Logically, if you see a hospital where everybody they carry their pikin go, and their pikin they buy, you know, carry your pikin go there. Logically, if you see a vendor where they dupe people, where everybody don't call out, everybody don't report, you know, go there, go buy. If mechanic where they spoil people motor, we don't spoil your motor before, we don't spoil people motor before. The reason why you know go there, if you say now go to shout up and down. Do you know there are people who have been cancelled just because one celebrity came out and said, this person spoiled my cloth, or this person sold me fake cloth, or this person wrong with my money. Till today they not recover. Genuine businesses that made one mistake, or there was a misunderstanding between the customer and the service provider, and then the customer was powerful enough to go to social media. Do you know that there are businesses that never recovered? Because of something like that. Now I want us to talk about religion and church. I've said this 150 times. Can we mention one thing that Nigeria gets from church, from our gospel music, apart from the entertainment? Let me tell you something. If you're a gospel musician, you come to my channel, I will give you two options. One, I will promote you for free, provided that you show me a signed copy of a document that says the music you are making is for free. Or you will not make any profit from it, and your profit will go 100% of the profit will go to charity. Then I will promote you. If not, I will charge you 20% surcharge because you are now selling God. Maybe I should lift my cap up, make una see my face well. No gospel musician that has ever come to beg me for promotion. I get one with inside my DM. Now, manager of gospel musicians, in say, in one bring 5 different ones. Say if I in bring the 5, say I will give one discount. I say no. Saying go pay surcharge. Now with the quarrel about. You want to come and sing a song about God. Why are you making money from it? Now, when you are making money from it, why are you making it look like you are running a charity? Of all the gospel musicians, this particular one, my problem with the guy is, of all of them, in fairness to him or her, he they try not to charge. He tries to do everything as free as possible. And I recognize that. My only problem is the toxicity of religion, and it has no results. And you can prove me wrong. Statistically, going by the numbers, Christianity in Nigeria has 0 results. You can prove me wrong. You can show me what the results are. If you can show me one thing that we have that those who don't have Christianity do not have, whether it is material or whether it is something you cannot measure, I want to hear it. There is no advantage to going to church in Nigeria. There's no advantage. We are not better people than the people that don't go to church. Someone said, Baba gets dollar account. I'm not saying he doesn't charge, but compared to the rest of them, he is the one that charges the least. I want us to talk, and you see, the problem is you have your favorites. Someone say peace that helps with mental health. We have less mental health issues than the Japanese. Really? We in Nigeria, where they throw our pikin over fence. Let's talk. Olori Naomi is still in prison because she do event, and for the event that they throw people over fence. Would they throw people over fence in Europe? Pikino, you heard this story. Come back here. I don't know if you say peace that helps with mental health. Really? Please, do you guys agree? Somebody says the church system in Nigeria, the gospel music gives us peace that helps with mental health. I want you to answer me. It gives hope to a lot of people. Without hope, what do we have? It doesn't give hope. It gives the illusion of hope. Because if people want to have hope, they build good schools, they build good hospitals, they have a functional economy. That's what gives hope. Let's talk. From morning till night, now because they stay Lekki, even for Lekki, once they start church there, you go here and here. And once pastor preach finish, they go house, you go hear in siren as they pass here. Please, what peace? It gives false hope. Religion was not designed to give you hope. It was designed to make you a better person. It was designed, Christianity, from my studies, from my understanding, Christianity was not designed to give you hope. The hope it was designed to give you was not on this earth. On this earth, it was designed to make you a better person. Now, I want you to look inside your family. Start from your family. Ile Latin Kesho Road Day. What does that mean? It means now from inside house, now we dey carry our gold go outside. I want to ask you, look at your family members who are religious, who pray more. Are they better people? Are they more likely to forgive? Are they? The Bible has said, if you don't eat, if you don't walk, there is no food. Is a message even from the disciples to others. Said, if tell those who are not willing to walk that they will not eat. Nigeria, you have people who are not willing to walk. You don't understand. Nigeria is in a peculiar mess. Worst of all, the Christian part of Nigeria. I was watching a documentary on the North. There's one guy I follow, calls himself something of the North. He went to the market with 10,000 naira in the North. If you see the amount of food stuff he was able to buy with 10,000 naira, if you see the amount of foods, I don't realize, say, if you they stay Benue State, if you they stay many parts of the North, if you they earn 70,000 naira a month, you will live like millionaire. Because goats now 15,000 naira. Full goat. The pepper and tomato and onion, where you go use cook for 1 month, not pass 15, 16,000 naira. Meaning, say you go chop. There are some places in the north in Nigeria where basket of tomato is 14,000 naira. For Lagos, now 100,000. For Ibadan, now 100,000. And why is that? Because they grow their own food. You see, let me tell you, from the north, reach Benue State, they produce all the yam, all the groundnut, all the onion, all the pepper, all the tomato, all the goat, and all the cow that the whole country eats. Arguing with me. Chicken, everybody are producing one. Catfish, everybody are producing one. But you see those major things I'm telling you about. Pepper, tomato, onion, yam, groundnut, potatoes, goat, ram, and cow. So they produce all of them for that part. If you set up a business in Nigeria, and this is peculiar to Nigeria, peculiar to Nigeria, nobody in Nigeria has the mindset of being a staff. When I was working in Cool FM, the reason why I left Cool FM, I will say it all the time, was because they changed management. And when they changed management, they had the management that wanted younger people and saw us as too old for them and saw us as we would give them problem. So that's where my problem with them started from. We drag and go up, drag and come back. After a while, I don't look and say, Baba, I got to leave. I worked there for 21 years. 21 years. I loved my MD. I love him. He's still alive now. May he have long life. He allowed us to grow. while we grew his company. I was still having this conversation with a friend of mine tonight. He allowed us to grow while we grew his company together. A lot of people came to meet me, Daddy Freeze, why don't you open your own radio station? Why do I have to? It's like saying, Daddy Freeze, go and open your own Instagram. Why do I have to open my own Instagram when there's already an Instagram on the ground that I can use? The Instagram that they opened, is it that I have 50 million followers that have now become too big for the Instagram and the Instagram is now restricting me? I never still get 1 million followers. Okay, I get before it reduced to 900 and something thousand. Work with me. Why have I not gone to open my own Instagram? Why am I working with Instagram? You see, and one of the biggest problems we have in Nigeria is the fact that everybody wants to be a boss. That person that wants to be a boss in Nigeria wants to own his own company, wants to own his own. When he gets to America, he will settle for nursing work where they do shift. He will settle for tech company work where they do shift. When you reach America, 95% of Nigerians in America work for other people without ever having the dream of working for themselves. Am I lying? I want you guys to work with me. Somebody say if those added, if I reach 10 million, even with the ones where I add, I still know get the video followership, I still know get Burna Boy followership, I still know get Wizkid followership, I still know get when you reach America, how many of you run your own businesses in Canada, in the UK? Not be walk where they get there, they go find. I want to tell you, see, one of the reasons why Nigeria doesn't grow is because nobody is willing to grow another person. You will sit down, be looking at, I have staff. And it's one of the reasons why I don't employ anybody to run my channel with me. There was one blogger, I sat down with the blogger and I told the blogger, I said, be careful with staff. Be careful. The blogger, as in, if you know the story where happened, the blogger, the staff, you know, when you trust people with things like passwords, if you want to work for me, I'm going to trust you with two things, my clients and my back end. What if tomorrow me and you quarrel? You can't change my password. Log me out. It is over. It is over. Because instead of people coming to learn, there are some people that whether you like it or not, being Dangote, let me give you something that's gonna follow you for the rest of the year. They say only mediocrity believes that nobody is better, because it takes talent to recognize genius. It takes talent to recognize genius. When you are a talented singer and you hear Freddie Mercury, you're going to say he's not ordinary. He had one of the highest octaves. When you can sing and you hear Whitney Houston, you will know that Whitney Houston is not ordinary. When you can sing and you hear Michael Jackson, you will know he's not ordinary. When you can sing and you reach one level and Whitney Houston comes and picks it up from that level where you cannot go beyond and carries it 2 octaves higher and drops it to the ground and picks it up again. When you hear Luther Vandross, now you go know say this person a genius. But you see, that particular level requires talent. It is when you don't have talent that you think you can do everything. If you have talent, you will realize that Mike Adenuga is genius. When you have talent, you will realize that Aliko Dangote is genius. Now, when you don't do business for 40 years, you not grow past one level. People give you money, say invest, you lost the money. You carry your life savings to invest, you lost the money. Now you go realize, say, Aliko Dangote is cut from a different material. But every Nigerian, and who do I blame? It is the same gospel musicians. It is still this same church that will tell you can be whatever you want to be. I'm here to break your heart. There are things you cannot be. If you like, try from today till tomorrow. There are things you cannot be. The moment you accept it, you begin to understand your reality. And America is a leveler. You will run your business in this Nigeria. You will get to America. You will leave business and go and learn nurse. Everybody where I know, people were left from banking. Is it when they go to America, they learn two things: nurse or tech. There was one person that was running business in Nigeria. I just see him today. They sing inside a car, wear nurse uniform. I said, as they see me, that now one of the reasons why I don't want to go America, because if I go America, I go learn nurse work for old age, or go learn tech. How many people, do you know what it takes to run a business in America? You think it is Nigeria? You just wake up one day, Elon Musk is doing it, Mark Zuckerberg is doing it. Do it for 1 month. You will walk by the time you finish squandering your investors' money, say you miss jail, you go back to nursing. How many of you in America run your own businesses full time? Una no go reach 2%. If there are 315 people listening to me now, the people that run successful businesses, not that you have side hustle no be business. We are talking of Dangote. Dangote no be, they run in business as side hustle. I doubt if there are 2 people who run successful business on this live. I challenge you today, Americans, Canadians, UK people. In fact, I'm looking for one person. And when you call, I will put you on the live. For me to agree that that's what you do, I'll put you on the live and show us your business. It's not business that you are doing on the side and you are working as a nurse. Then when you close as a nurse, you go and run business that can sustain your family. You not do anything else, not just that business. I don't believe there's up to one person that is doing only business. Even my big customers, Wilfred, Asukwo, them, Henry, them, they still walk. I think maybe one person has taken up the challenge. Emma Blaze has taken up the challenge. I don't want you to interact. I don't want you to come and we have a long call. Just show me the business where you run. I'm running a full-time business in the USA.
DF.
How you doing, brother?
I don't have a business. I don't have a business DF.
Okay. I thought you wanted to show us your business.
No, I don't have a business.
What do you do in the US?
Yes, I'm a general contractor.
You run your own business?
I'm into home improvement.
You run your own business 100%?
100%.
Okay, we don't find one person. Now, I want to ask you a few questions because I don't want to dwell on this part of the conversation for too long.
Okay.
How easy is it for you to run your business in the US?
It's not easy.
a lot of times I feel like quitting. It's not as easy as people think.
Is it easier to work for somebody else and get paid?
Yes, much more easy. Because here, as an independent contractor, as a self-employed, you take so many risks on yourself. You understand? So, with the risk, you are prone to incurring so many, unnecessary business losses, which may ruin your business totally. So, working for people, you have less risk.
God will bless you, my dear brother.
Honestly.
God will bless you. I appreciate you. This person will just online. This one are Nigeria.
I'm still working in my office right now.
No need to show us anymore. Me, I believe you. I don't see, from the way you talk, I can tell when somebody is lying and when somebody is telling the truth.
Trust me, there are protocols here. You need to be certified. You need to be licensed. You need to be bonded and insured. As a general contractor, before you can operate, before you can access people's properties, before they can allow you to, work on their houses, you need to do all these things.
Somebody is saying, but you write those off with taxes. My brother, all of you, it's so easy to talk. And you do row for mouth, they easy to turn a for. In the reality.
No, that is free. The thing is, like you rightly said right now, because Nigeria is still a growing nation. So many things, they don't put so many things or take so many things to cognizance. Like this place right now, running the business, no matter how lucrative it is, there are so many pitfalls that if you are not well guided, will send you to jail, like you rightly said.
Sure.
So first and foremost, you need to go to school first. When I mean school right now, go and learn. Know people that can help you deal with your books, that can help you so you do not first and foremost run. Because even as a manager that they freeze, as I did, so I tell them I don't want to be a supervisor, I don't want to be a manager, I just want to come in, clock in, do what I got to do and get out. I don't want the headache because the headache is too much. Sometimes even as a nurse manager, I see them, the day house that they freeze, they call them, they don't have holidays. Even while they're on their vacation, they call them, they deal with their phone. So that headache is really too much. So when I see business owners here, it's very good. When I also the same thing with landlord. You say you be landlord, you can't get tenants. Another headache that they freeze. That is another headache on its own. God bless you with the tenants.
Baba, let me tell you where America did. The tenant no go pay you 1 night, no go fear victim.
You don't fear victim.
You know fear victim.
Yeah. You need his friend to pay your mortgage. You go to sweat. You will have to do double hours to pay your own mortgage. So this country, the way it is structured there, it's like if all is well at home, it's a place you just carry your car and go out. Make a go Nigeria. We feel fight ourselves, do what we want to.
I agree with you.
We know ourselves. But yeah, so that's why I support it. Now that it frees, the reason why I came up is that a lot of our problem in Nigeria, we are the one who is creating the problems. You understand? We create dependency. And then when that dependency chokes us, then we start complaining and say, this thing is bad. Let me give a very vivid example right now. You see Nigerian women right now. You see the way Nigerian men are not tagging them that all they know is money, money, money. That if who created that problem? The same men who created the problem. And today, that same men are the people complaining that these women, if you go to East Africa and some of these countries, they are not using Nigerian men as standard. If you see the way run around, we love Nigerian men. Guess what? Nigerian men are now infiltrating many of these countries, showing them the same ineptitude in terms of you are able to woo a woman with your mouth rather than giving her expensive gifts. When you give a woman an expensive gift, she's not used to it. She cannot fall below to another man again, no matter what amount. So we are the one always creating problem. When you see religion we are talking about right now that it frees, there's no doubt about it. Some of the things we are doing, even those that are not religious that it frees, when you tell them as a developing nation that it frees, the money when you get that it frees, you know it's not your own as a developing nation. That money is supposed to be in the field so that people can be multiplying it for you. Why? They are working for you. But when you tell Nigerians, they don't tell you, are you government? You want to tell me how to use my money? That's our selfish nation. They are not Christians, so there are people who still do not believe in God, though. So then the ones that not go to church now, because they never get with it, because the relationship we have with God is give me, give me, give me. That's the relationship.
You see this guy, this guy we wear red, I suppose leave this live for him. Make it just end and make I go chop fish. You get one fish where my wife grill for me. I won't come the chop him. But for me to stand up, leave the live, they fear me. I suppose if the two of you can mute and give me 5 minutes, I don't want to remove una because I took bad una.
Right.
Just press mute. Make I just talk finish. Make I allow una the talk. Make I invite people till we end. I don't go talk again. God bless these two people. Let me tell you a story. In Nigeria, please help me mute your mic. Just press mute.
I'm trying to search for.
You just see that microphone where they beside the camera, where they beside that arrow where they go like this. Have you seen it?
No.
In the middle of the screen, just see something will be like microphone. Make I take picture of and show you.
Okay.
You've seen it? So, what you don't understand is one of the things destroying Nigeria is every doctor wants to own his own hospital. Every staff wants to own their own business. They want to be their own boss. They have this sack your boss mentality that motivational speakers use to trap them. Now, the gospel in Nigeria is not the gospel. You know, what does the gospel mean? Gospel means good news. The good news is you now have Christ. You are not doomed. You can make heaven. The good news is different from the feel-good news. The feel-good news is what you want to hear that makes you feel good. You where they smell. You where get bad character. You where your mama they beat your papa for house and he show for your body. You are praying to God that he will give you a husband. That's the feel-good news. The message of the illusion of hope. You will be a billionaire. If you look at Nigeria, if we want, okay, if you say prayer makes people rich, Nigeria is illustration that prayer does not work. If it is prayer heals, Nigeria is still clearly showing us that prayer does not work. If it is that prayer makes us better, or church or religion, Nigeria is living proof that we are not better than the prayerless Chinese man. China don't get bird flu now. They don't get COVID. Just watch as they go use their hand takes over. We go day here, they wait for God. Dubai man not get rain. He go seed cloud. Nigeria not get rain. He go begin pray to God like David did 6,000 years ago, or 3,000 years ago, or 4,000 years ago. I don't know the timeline of David. My conversation today is, and this is my problem with Nigerian musicians, when you get something as big as Donald Trump, what you are getting is validation that God is with you. And many people are going to get deluded because they will see your success not as the success of somebody who successfully ran a gospel business. Instead, you will see it as the approval of God on your life. And innocent people who don't realize that you are selling gospel music will actually think God gave you that grace and look to you as a source of a grace that me and you know where you got from, being able to successfully run a business. My problem with Africa has always been religion. We have better churches than they have in the UK. We have bigger, in Lagos alone, we have bigger churches than they have in the UK. We have bigger churches than they have in China and Japan. But when it comes to factories, do we have factories like they do? Do we have hospitals like they do? Do we have schools like they do? Think about the toxicity of religion. You will come after me because you love these your pastors, because you believe they are doing something for you, because you have refused to grow spirituality to a point where you realize that they are redundant. When you go to school in KG1 and they give you paper and they say draw like this, and draw a line in the middle, that's letter A, you will struggle with it. By the time you finish KG and primary 1, you don't sabi draw A. Imagine you go to primary 6, they say I'll draw a line like this, and draw a line in the middle, that's A. You know, vex come out the class. The problem is you have failed to grow spiritually. You remain at the kindergarten stage where you needed these people to lie to you or whatever it is they are doing, or convince you or tell you about God. You have refused to evolve. You have refused to understand. So you persistently need them to continue to babysit you and run a successful religious business on your head. I was speaking about Donald Trump the other time. Donald Trump is not an advantage for everybody. Some people enjoy him. But if you are looking to relocate to the US from Nigeria, Donald Trump might not favor you. I'm not saying he will not. In some instances, he may. In most instances, he will not. Visas are hard to get to America already. Under Donald Trump, they are going to get a little harder. Let me also warn you, Nigeria is at the verge of a hunger crisis. For people to throw their children over the fence because they want to win prizes. You know that, and the world is looking at us. We are 220 million people. Nobody can handle our refugee crisis. No nation on earth. So while you are rejoicing that Donald Trump has entered, and while you are rejoicing that one gospel guy is going to go and play for him, remember, this might be you might not be able to get a visa to travel. And if you're already there, all those plug holes wey una dey use take enter system, if you know they are available again, make una dey very careful. My problem, final, what I'm saying, and I'm opening up the lines, is Nigeria cannot export a gospel to the world because we are evidence that that gospel has failed. Nigeria is living proof that the gospel we preach and practice has failed us. We are living proof. If you look at Nigeria, you just know that the gospel has failed. We praise God from morning to night. We do crossover service. We do this more than anybody in the world and have less results to show for it than those that worship stones and sticks. That's my conversation. Guys, please come in and talk. Make I add one more person. I don't talk finish. Nothing else they where I talk. I don't talk as my power reach.
So Daddy Praise. My take is, first and foremost, right now, I understand where you're coming from, because now I'm in America and I've seen that, because they also are trying to take our religion, take out the faith. So that's why you see right now Donald Trump is riding on that way.
God will bless you, brother. Let me remind you people of Donald Trump's last election when he lost. Where they speak in tongues. When one woman they speak in tongues. Ora Shebara, I see the votes coming. Robo Shebababa, I see the votes coming. Rago Sherebe, I see the votes coming. And he lost election.
You understand? And Donald Trump is right on that wave and all. We know his personality and all. But now, at the free, since this, because my take now is, whether I would like it or not, the reason why Nigeria, if you take our religion that it is out of Nigeria now, because of the way it has eaten deep into us as a people, the country will be at the verge of another civil war.
We will have withdrawal symptoms.
Yes, the country will be.
I don't know if any one of you is a doctor or nurse. If person they use substance, they know they collect the substance from man once.
Once, yes.
They're going to take them gradually.
Gradually, yes.
Right now, religion is the solution to the problem religion caused.
How, sir?
Let me explain that to you very clearly. In Africa, remove the imported religions. Were we thriving before these religions were brought to Africa? The answer is yes. Ask anybody who lived in the 1920s. Nigeria was safer. Nobody they force. Those days when women they walk out without cloth for chest. Nobody they force them. Those days. Afe Babalola is my godfather. I sat down with him. I have an interview with him online. He was telling me that in the 1930s, nobody was stealing. There was nothing like thief. He said, go and watch that interview. He said that if you give people Quran and Bible to swear, they will swear and start to lie. They will carry the book, use and swear, finish, drop and begin lie. Say, give them Ogun, make they use Ogun swear, nobody go agree. Do you know that in court today, you can say you are a traditionalist, they will give you cutlass, make you leak, make you swear for court. You don't ever hear say anybody agree. They go carry that Bible, once they hold on like this, they go begin to lie. There's no conscience. Nigerians want to steal. They sit down, they do meeting on how to steal. They start with opening prayer. So our problem was caused by religion. The introduction of religion, because religion was what they used to separate us and tribe. Now, religion has created laziness. Because you believe God's got you. When you go to China, if you not work, you not chop. Nigeria man, God will just sit down, listen to it. God will do it for me. When person Tiffany go contact you say God did it. Oh God. So the mentality that religion is a cancer of the mind. It is a cancer of the mind. Because I want to ask, and I keep asking, if you look at Nigeria, apart from this, if we remove the religion now, we implode. My question is, what are the benefits of religion, apart from the fact that it is what they used to hold us now in this mess, to believe that the mess is okay? Because that's the function of it. There's no, you see, Karl Marx said religion is the illusion of hope of the people. To abolish religion as the illusion of hope demands that you give them real hope. Because if you want people to give up the illusions about their conditions, it means you have to give them conditions that do not require illusions. That's Karl Marx. Religion is the illusion of hope of the people. Oh, don't worry. God's got you. God's got you every day. You are getting poorer. God's got you every day. You pay. Your parents will pay tithe. Nobody you they feed them for old age. If they are taking that money and putting in a pension fund abroad, would they not be eating? Do you know, I have an uncle who came back home from abroad, from the US. He has 2 houses in the US. He's collecting rent. And his pension is $3,000. Do you know what $3,000 is in? He just calculate and say, say this $3,000 no be money for America, but if you come Niger, every month they clear 5 million naira. $3,000 is literally 5 million naira. Every month he collects 5 million in this Nigeria. He's living like he don't marry new wife. The money where they spend for the new wife, her young mates not fit spend that is 70 something. Marry new wife. The 3,000 is his pension. We not talk the money, the rent money where they come from in property. My own parents who were paying tithe to church, how many of them can live like him in old age? These are some of the, you see, religion is an illusion. Oh, it will be better. Oh, this will happen like this. Oh, this will happen like that. In reality, is it really better? Those are the conversations. They are very hard conversations. People don't want to listen to these conversations. But trust me, the day Africa starts to think, and we are getting there, because one day everybody's going to get up and say, we are done with this.
Sure.
And my thoughts be that too. Make I hear you now.
Daddy Frizz, I just want to add to what you're saying about the church thing in Nigeria. So I'm a victim of Nigeria. Seriously, I've been in Nigeria for like so many years, and all my prayers were basically for jobs. I know how many times I took exams just to get into the military in Nigeria. I went to prayer houses, I went to church, I did fasting and all that. To blow your mind, when I came to the US, it didn't take me up to 10 days to join the military. All they need to do is just to see your credentials, your antecedents. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing. And when once
Are you Yoruba? Are you Yoruba?
No. I'm from Akwa Ibom.
Do you understand Yoruba?
No, I don't understand.
I for tell you something. Say now luck you get say you not join American Army. Iya ati babe o ni foju sukun e. Your papa and your mama no go use their eye cry for you. American Army na fine boy.
I know
Marine.
You know, say recently I tried to apply for my mom to come over here, you know, just to help her out. She don't suffer well for Nigeria. So I applied for her. Usually it takes about maybe 6 months for everything to be approved. It wasn't up to 6 months. My mom, she called me, say she dey fast too. She dey pray, make embassy, make the whole process, they fast. I tell my mama, say, for abroad here, nothing like that. No, nothing like fasting. You know, if you pray, make that kind of thing happen. They follow procedures.
Sure.
At the exact moment when that paper is supposed to come out, I call and I tell her and say, I tell you, no matter how you pray, no go work. So that phrase, what I'm trying to say is that when I don't really blame Nigerians.
Sorry guys, I'm not allowed to go on Instagram for more than an hour because of one guy where I bring one time. If you remember the story where the guy they can't ban me. So if he cuts off, the three of you just add me back. I won't make una talk at least 10 minutes. Make I can't end. Make una talk. If he cuts me at any time. So once he cuts, just know that I'm coming back to end properly.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that I don't really blame Nigerians. The system, they've been able to instill that fear. Like this gospel you're talking about, they've instilled fear in Nigerians that they don't see things in a natural realm anymore. They feel everything works in a spiritual manner. But it's a lie. It's a hoax. It's not true. Everything they are supposed to be doing should be realistic in Nigeria. When I was in Nigeria, I used to have this fear. You know, when these people come to America, when Nigerians come to America, their prayer point changes.
Of course.
You don't pray. Yes, you cannot pray for light. You cannot pray that God should protect you from accidents. Because already you know the network system, the road network system here is good. All you have to do is just be very, very careful. The government
Guys, we're coming right back. I did tell you that you should not be angry that I'm not allowed to be live for more than a certain amount of time. So I want to bring the gentlemen who were, please, if you are not one of them, don't come, because I wanted them to finish. I promised them I was going to bring them back. Please, if you are not one of the people, please make we allow them talk finish. Okay, that's one of them.
No, I'm not one of them. I'll come back when they finish. I'm not one of the three.
Okay. The third guy, yes, the third guy. I want the third guy to come back. Then after that, you come.
Yes, let me just go down for them.
Yeah, please help me press X, because they waited for me to talk.
I know.
All right, God bless you. So continue, guys.
Yeah, so as I was saying, they've been able to instill this fear in Nigerians that we have so many prayer points in our head. We just feel everything is, God has to approve everything that we want to do. But it's a lie. God has approved everything that we need to do. We need to achieve all that. He has done everything already for us. All we need to do is just to spring into action. And we get all we want to get. But Nigerians, the pastors, they've instilled that fear in us that we have to look through them before we can see the reality in life. This is all lies. When you come to America, your prayer point changes. All you need to pray for here in America is just long life. And I believe in that. Like, God, please take me from temptation. Make me a better person. That is what you pray for. You will not fit a pray for, say, you want travel, go another state. You start fasting. Person can't tell you, say, you don't see accident for road. No. Don't drink and drive. That is what you're supposed to be very cautious about. Check your vehicles before you hit the road. There are some critical things that you have to do to make sure that your vehicle will take you from point A to point B, not for you to go into prayer and fasting. At the same time, you are fasting, they check your oil for car, check the pressure of your tire, check all those things. You just carry car, enter road, march, go another state. Why accidents don't go happen?
When I was growing up, my imam, because my dad is Muslim, so my imam bought a second-hand car. So he was now cleaning the car. So I went to greet him at home that day. You know what they call tira? When they wrap Quranic verses, they tie it. So I saw him cutting tira from the brake. The tie tira, the brake was now throwing it away. And I said, Imam, and get tira, you they cut tira. He said, waiting tira they find for brake. What if the car not get brake oil? Say na tira and I go stop the motor. Say you mad brake. Say na the tira and I go stop the motor. He was a very practical man. Religious, but I always saw a sense of practicality in him. Why are you tying scripture to brake pedal? If you maintain your car well, brake no go fail. People don't realize that Even me, I'm guilty. Every 5 years, you are supposed to drain your brake, change your, overhaul some things. Nigerian man go drive motorway, American man drive for 20 years. You go begin driving for Nigeria, one day go just match the brake. And you not get handbrake. Let me give you a story. When I bought my Camry, my Toyota Camry 2009, I bought it brand new. I was going around in Nigeria looking for the car. They were giving me double the price. As one of my guys say, if he bring and come from America, after I first thing saying I play. Baba, now so this guy bring and come. Then they were selling like 6.5 million. This guy brought it in for me for like 4.5 million. Landed to my house, brand new. In Lagos was 6.5, 7 million. 7 million was the full spec. I bought the full spec. The only thing I know that was leather seats, sunroof, XLE. Now I begin drive my motor after like 3 months. CNN just announced that there is a recall on Toyota Camry. That accelerator they hook, you go just drive the motor, they go, the accelerator they hook, you go mash brake. No matter you match brake for this life, the car no go stop, you go just get accidents. They say send your car back to where you bought it from. May they do recall. Now say don't look on like this. Say this motor where manage bring from customs. Manage. Now go come send and go back to America. Hi. I carry and go Nigeria. Nigeria say, they not get the equipment for my version. Say my version, an American version. Say, make I get in touch with the factory for America. Now I get in touch with the factory. Say, no problem. Just bring the car. We'll sort it out. Bring the car, Bahu. Motor day Nigeria. How I go put on for container, begin the ship and go back. Hey. Now I carry anointing oil. Now I stand on top of the motor that day. Now begin to anoint the car, draw cross all over the whole car. Now I go sleep. After they sleep, something come prompt me, say, what if you drive this car tomorrow, the accelerator can't hook? Wait till you go do. Since say that cross where you draw for the bonnet, now I go control the accelerator. I not feel sleep, then I just begin to think and say, okay, normally if you drive motor, will be manual gear, an accelerator hook, what thing you go do? Who knows how to drive manual car here? Manual car, you know. Imagine they drive the car, you just press the accelerator, you can't come out leg for it. Motor come. What thing you go do? Answer me, what thing you go do?
You go reduce the gear down.
You not feel reduce the accelerator, don't hook. The car they run. You go just press clutch. Once you press clutch like this, the accelerator go they run, but the engine don't they disconnected from the tire. Once you press clutch like this, if you sometimes when your motor they die, you dey inside traffic, just press clutch, rev out, vroom, 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 vroom. The car no go jump. Now when you release the clutch again, now the car go begin go. Right? But I dey drive automatic. My spirit just say, just push it to neutral. I can't go Lagos Expressway. I can't go try with this thing. I dey drive for 120. I can't flood the accelerator. As the car they jump, I just use my hand, push the car, go neutral. The car just they shout. I brake normal. I practice time like 2 or 3 times. I say, okay, just in case I dey drive this motor, if anything happen, I go just tap and go neutral. From that neutral, now I go stop the motor. As God will have it, it did not happen to me. It happened to one of my guy. That thing where I tell her 9 save him. Because there was a video of somebody in CNN, the car they drive, they go, they shout till he go by. So I tell my guy, I say, this now waiting. I say, the guy said, now it happened to Rami, they go Ibadan. As it happened, I just remember that he just tap the car, go neutral. The engine they shout, he was able to bring the car to a stop. Plus tapping the car to neutral, all would have been solved if I had driven it to the factory and they had just changed the part. So what is a prayer point to us? is fixable to these people because they have protocol. Let me tell you what happened to one of my friends that bought Ferrari. He bought the Ferrari, brought it to Nigeria, flew it to Nigeria, like Davido flew his own with aeroplane. The Ferrari can't get, it was the 458, the gum where they use take bond the panels. Under heat, the gum go melt. It go can't drop for the engine. It go can't catch fire at heat. So Ferrari can't realize the car, people were complaining, cars were catching fire. Ferrari now did a recall. Now, because there's no Ferrari dealership in Nigeria, you call them, what they did was, if you shipped your car to Nigeria, they will ship it there and ship it, fix it and ship it back to you. The guy, because he flew his car to Nigeria, they flew it to Italy, fixed it and flew it back to him free of charge. When something is working, Niger, you go begin give testimony of the most stupid things in this life. Imagine a woman, they carry her pikin, way sick, they rush, they carry her enter bus. They begin like, bus conductor say, this pikin don't die. No carry and go hospital, carry and go church. They can't carry the pikin, go church. Pastor can't they prepare, they can't splash water for the pikin face. The pikin can't revive. The pastor has raised the child. Abroad, if your girl pikin way sick and you carry and go church, you they go prison.
Yes.
The pastor will collect that pikin from your hand. Whether he resurrect them or not resurrect them, he go jail. First, he go they show him power for prison. 100%. My dad was a doctor, is a doctor in a rural area. People they go give birth for church. Pikin come they come out halfway, come hook, or pikin come out placenta no come middle of night. They'll come begin the rush and come my papa hospital. There was one woman like this that was bleeding to buy. My papa say enough he collect them. Because if this woman buy for a hospital, they go say na him. Now you write reference that me they carry and go state hospital. Of course the woman buy. Why are you giving birth? Una think say religion now all these small things. We go rural area. Pastor, they born pikin for church.
Yeah, true. Fact.
They born pikin, and 70% of the time is the pastor a doctor. Forget equipment, basic sanitary procedure for giving birth. Does he know? Now, if you have a nurse that was called by God and now became a pastor, she has an idea. Your pastor, all he has is the delusions of some voices speaking in his head. This thing, if I never witnessed where did the rush woman come from church where she go born, I don't see like 200. I'm not making it up. There was one, the woman that they carry the woman like this. From her something, the umbilical cord come tie the baby. So one person they carry the pikin, the other person they carry the woman. They hold the woman because the umbilical cord still join the woman. Nothing we never see.
And if it's bad, tell you get one delivery where I witness. The person the woman be talk say she won't born for house. You know how they put buckets for house, put water, born it. You know, say this woman, she born for house, but guess what? Medical team been there outside in house.
For Yankee?
And they tell you.
Yes, now.
Ambulance there outside. Medical team there outside, they wait. In case of anything, they will just carry them straight. Because that's what she said she wants to do. But they had to take like precautionary measures to make sure she's safe in case anything happens. Now the difference with that.
So that it is like I said before, we create this dependency for ourselves, and now our system they take advantage of. I'm like yesterday, I pray. I'm a Christian. I pray.
Me too.
Over time now, I now have an understanding because I was part of those people because of we're lazy to read. You understand? So we really don't know many of this stuff. I won't come here now and back them. I do pray. I do believe once the pastor talk right on pastor, I was one of those people. But now, when you talk now, I want to set the scripture myself. Or logical, I don't even need to set the scripture. I'm just logically thinking it. Does this make sense? Like my governor came to share testimony yesterday in NSPPD. And he's saying what God cannot do. I said, damn, this is not what God cannot do. I was so mad at that program. I said, God forgive me. I said, but this is nonsense. This is
Baba,
not what God cannot do.
there are two pastors in Nigeria that you cannot touch. Me, I don't even like the talk because it will cause problem. Him and this Donald Trump pastor, the two of them, they are fan base. They will tear you to shreds.
You understand? So I said, this is not what God did. This is the hands of men that did this. Don't come here and testify. There are some things you don't allow. But one thing I noticed that the freeze, the media guys were turning the guy off at interval. The guy where go talk, he go turn her off. I said, okay, these are, because I work in the media. I said, these are correct guys. People were in the comment section were saying, media, we can't hear. No, you can't hear. Only those of you in the pulpit, in the audience can hear. But because some of the things he was saying, this is not God's work. And when you not see now that the freeze, some people now, like in Femi's, like they'll say I'm being emotional, I'm always blaming the government. That the freeze, you cannot bring, no matter how much a spiritual problem you have, if it requires medical attention, no pastor will make you come to church and they'll be praying for you on that case. That pastor will go to jail. You will go to the hospital, you will seek medical help while your church members are praying for you.
Do you know how many people they don't send go back house?
They will also come to the hospital to pray for you. They have a department in the hospital that they have a chaplain that pray for those who are Christians. If you want to do your tradition, they also allow you to do it. Are you understanding right now? So many of these things right now, our government is also pumping on our ignorance to continue to do whatever they want to do because they have the advantage. So that's why they are not clamping down on some of the excesses of the church.
My brother, let me clear you on something. Do you know that most of the politicians, like your governor you talked about, most of them, they know that the testimony they are giving is a lie. They know that the position they got, they didn't get there through God. It's not God that gave them that position. They know within the inside of them, it's not God. They know they manipulated the system to get there. So those testimonies they give, they're just there to I don't know what to say. They're just there to deceive Nigerians, to make Nigerians believe that everything is supernatural. They know, the politicians, they know it's a manipulative game. The politicians, they know, the pastors, they know they're manipulating Nigerians. So when they give all those testimonies, they are trying to manipulate us more to believe that all those things are not natural, they're supernatural, they're spiritual.
So I think as Nigerians, we need to work on our mindsets generally. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. So these are simple things that, I regard as common sense. You know, these are procedures, protocols that when you follow, you have desired results. Okay, I was listening to my pastor preach last Sunday, and he was trying to prepare us for, the coming Lent. I think March, so he said, he was just trying to tell people, please, before you embark on this journey, try to do your blood work. Get permission from your doctor. He laid so much emphasis on it because he doesn't want a situation whereby, people embark on this journey and, some of them will buy, some things will happen and they will start suing the church. The pastor said this, we should do this, things like that. And also he was using that opportunity to tell people that, you know what, I know most of us have one health issue or the other in the church, but you can also use this as a challenge to see if this thing really works. You understand? You know your numbers, blah, blah, blah. After the whole process, you go and check it. If you had results concerning what you did, about the prayer and fasting or blah, blah, blah. But here in America, one thing I noticed is this. If you try to jump the protocol, if you try to cheat the system, trust me, the system will always get you. Yeah. There's no way. There's no way. You can only buy time for yourself. But the system will always catch up with you. And you will start from the, from ground zero again. Yeah. With damages. So we Nigerians, we just need to change our mentality, our mindsets. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a rush. Simple things. All these simple things work. They are not magics. They are not miracles. Do that. Follow the standard operating procedures of organizations. Okay, you've been trained, you've been onboarded to do this, to do that for your success. Definitely when you do those things, you have your desired results. You don't need to pray. You don't need to go to Papalao. You don't need to be superstitious about the whole thing.
No. So dear, like what you're doing right now, the people you're supposed to be doing it to, just believe that your generation, you're almost in your 50s, we are coming to our 40s, then maybe middle of the 20s, we are done already. There's nothing you can do about us. Because we are part of the problem of Nigeria currently right now. But now, if the government is truly serious and they want a change at the freight, how do you implement the change? You start from the grassroots, the educational system.
100%.
An average Nigerian cannot question status quo if you are not part of the upper class.
But don't you think that religion is partly to blame for that? Because religion, you cannot question. You don't question.
Exactly. That's the problem. You cannot question. So that if our educational system become robust, our children have rights. Let me give you a very simple example. I was telling my nephew, you have to make honor roll in school year. So the mother called me, he made honor roll during this December. I said, okay, honor roll is just for your class. I want you to make the principal roll. So that will mean for the entire school. I said, the principal will go to your governor, make the governor's list, which means that you are among the few percent in the states that is doing well in class. You know what the boy asked me? Because they don't teach him for years. He asked me, say, uncle, did you make any of this rule you are telling me? That was the question he asked me. And you cannot lie to an American child. I said, no, I did not make any of this rule. I took first from behind. But guess what now? My excuse was that I did not have an uncle or auntie that prompted me or encouraged me or motivated me to do better. Are you understanding right now? So that is one thing that the children here, they use, they pass us for Nigeria, our Nigerian children. They are able to they must ask you questions and you must answer them, because if you give them the wrong answer that they freeze, it grows with it stays with them. They take it the way you say it. They will continue to analyze them for their head. If it don't make sense, now trouble you don't cause that picking already. So that is one thing our educational system has to change, that the children will be taught not to be, because when a child is born in Nigeria, you see it to be abusive. No, it's not abusive. That child is trying to learn, trying to understand. The child is growing. So he's seeing things in its environment, in his or her environment, and want to learn, want to connect. How do they connect? By asking questions of what they don't understand. So we must start instilling that in them, and the habit of them reading. When you don't understand, ask questions. So our educational system is faulty, and we read to pass. To even understand. So that is why we even go to church. When the pastor talk time, it goes straight into our heart, because we not be analyze them. The thing will don't make sense once for our head. So not be our fault, it's the foundation. So we must deal with the foundation, because what you are doing right now, it may help some of us a day here, but trust me, it's not cutting down deep into the grassroots. Because at the end of the day, one way expect that you don't talk rich.
Make changes day, but changes not the ever day.
Yeah, stadiums are still filled, but even as stadiums feel rich, we still get away to see one go do bad. Now then full government, now they full local government, now the full business center, now then they hike price, they make life difficult. So it means it's not getting down to those which that they ought to get down to. So I will advise that it is our educational system. We need to pray more on the government to do the needful, to do the need for us. We'll just continue to the rigmarole round. Whether we like it or not, religion, if for you to take religion out from Nigeria right now, Africa right now, you must replace it with something. And that thing you want to replace it with right now is knowledge.
I think
it's castigating religion, but we are saying that you have to be knowledgeable, have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to decipher whatever your preacher or the man is telling you. If it is not true, then you don't have to accept it. Question it, fight it, and then you can bring changes to such institutions. Like in my institution right now, I'm a redeemed member. I'm not 100% with everything they do, but my parish, at least, we are able to bring a level of sanity. Hence, I still go to church. Hence, I still worship with them. If not, I'll leave. Because now I'm building up more knowledge how this thing should be. Sometimes, because I pay media, there are some things my pastor they do. I'll tell my leader, I say, that's why you're the leader. Go talk to pastor. You need to give him an insight. There are some things he cannot be doing. We are live. You understand? But sometimes they are scared to go talk to the pastor because why? Where we come, they talk to these people, they are higher than you. I said, no, but this thing is doing right now is wrong. People watching us will like, no, this guy, the match line. You understand? We get that small discussion within our midst. And sometimes we go, based on knowledge, we have a way to tweak it to let him understand, and he's open to learn, and he learns and take our advice because now we're there outside. You understand? So that should just be it. Or else we'll just come here, talk, and it won't get down. It has to be done to the grassroots. Because me, I still go to church. But now, I attend Redeem. I don't, if that the Adebo you come to New York, I don't go. Because there was one time I went, one of the senior pastors said, come and give seed according to the sneakers you are putting on. I looked the sneakers when I wear. I said the sneakers not even reach $50. So I did not stand up on my seat. I said that was wrong. I did not stand up. I said that's not God's word. I did not stand. So from there I just cut it off. But I still attend my local parish,
Okay, somebody wants to say something. Can I add one person so we round off here? Who wants to go down?
Yeah, go down.
Okay, just press X. Make I bring Wally.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, go ahead.
I think we need to admit the fact that there needs to be a change before a meaningful change happens. Even within the society, apart from organization or hello.
So, yes, I mean, it's always interesting, but the man that left was talking about religion and believe in God and all that. But of course, the country USA, as great as it is, right? They believe. But our own nation, we worship God a lot, and we don't even believe in God. Worshiping God means, being in church, going vigils every night. Does not necessarily mean you believe in God. You just worship. And some of the religion we're talking about, including Christianity and Islam, were not.
Make on a conch up fish. This fish sweet. My wife's a big pepper fish.
They didn't get
taste buds.
They are just, doing it. People have, different interpretations for the one thing, and now we don't want to. Now, USA believes in God. If you hear the phrases like "nation under God," "in God we trust," "for love of God and country," it means the bedrock of this country is God. The men walked. If you want to take this discussion to another level, the color people would say, this country was built on the back of ancestors. Yes. But now let's go back to our country. The thing about this whole problem has a lot to do with poverty. And the poverty is actually created. It's man. Wasn't like we don't have resources. Nigeria is blessed with a lot. In fact, Africa is blessed with a lot. But from, about 5 to 6 decades ago, our leader, though some people claim it's been like that for centuries, but I'll say for our limited decades, our leaders understood that if you're living within the definition of comfort, you would ask basic questions. You want to know why is that. And if let's say my meal is not coming from here or yours from him, you can ask him questions, even without being arrogant or rude, right? But when the next meal depends on him, you have to take precautions because you don't want him to block it. That's what our leaders are doing with it. Now the people, they are submerged in this ignorance of is somebody who is a little old. It doesn't matter whether they merit it or they are any kind of means. When they say don't do it, we don't think about it because don't do it, and that's it. Now for me, I always think about why do we look at our elders and see something inherently wrong, like actually there's no other way around it, and we say, oh, like also somebody you cannot ask. If it makes me feel when I'm the first set of things I have to pick up is the fact that I don't think not the question is being rude or being arrogant. I just want us to have a conversation about this. Are you really do you agree with it right? Do you think what you're doing is okay? Common sense. Now, politically, because we talk about it, people will say, oh well, sometimes these leaders, you hold them down for it. Politically, how are they thinking about the growth of their nation? Because if you speak to one American, somebody said, is it true?
Go ahead.
Your line is breaking.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know why. If you interact with an every American, they have this, progressive thought and something of uplifting about this country. They want to talk about, okay, let me shorten it. God bless America. That goes a long way. A nation, an individual that thinks if their nation is good, then they are fine.
Yeah.
Right? Now, do Nigerian people and everyday common Nigerian person, do they think like that?
No.
They're
ready to divide Nigeria.
And you know what? There's this thing about our thoughts having a bearing effect on our actions. If you are using look at something that happened today. The manhole they made in Abuja on the highway on Boulevard. The people are removing the metal, the steel. That looks like it's INSANE. You look at it from that angle, and now you go around. I want to ask people and say, why are you doing this? They will tell you, if it's you, won't you do it? And I say, no.
Sorry, I want to say something. Emeka Mills says, make all of una shut up and go and sleep. Emeka Mills, go better for your papa and your mama. We born you. The only reason why I'm reading your comment today is because Gold Saku failed your father. Olori Buku. Barapcho. Who be your mate here? Please continue.
So, look at all the, events around the nation. The leaders keeping us ignorant so they can continue to, exploit us. The people themselves are not armed with knowledge, and also they do not even that thought of the nation growing, because they believe that, well, the ones doing it are doing it, then whatever thing we can do too, we're doing it. The ones leading are me and you. They are from us. There's a general mindset. You should make it. You have to make it. Others are making it. Why do we think we can all become Dangotes?
God bless you.
Why do you think you can become your $10? Why? I want to know. What has made you thought you have inherited it?
My brother, let me just add to what you just said. One of the major problems we have in Nigeria is the parents. The parents in Nigeria, they've been able to instill fear in their children that one, they can't speak out. Even if a child wants to speak out, they'll like try to choose the child. Like, you're not supposed to ask that question. You're not supposed to say what you're about to say.
It's disrespectful when you talk.
Yes. For instance, maybe a child wants to be a historian or something and tells the father, look, I want to steer into this career in my life. The parents will come out and say, no, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to see your mates are medical doctors, your mates are lawyers, your mates are, they always compare their children to another person who is progressing in another field. But this child has a prospect, has the potential to progress in a particular area that the child wants to progress in. But because of that comparison, the parents want to say, okay, no, you're not supposed to, do that particular course. They want you to stay into a particular course of their own choice, which is not fair. A child wants to ask a good question, they will hush you. They don't want you to speak out for yourself. They instill the fear in you. And, it's recently that I realized that I have to speak out for myself. It was basically in my 20s that I realized that I have to speak out for myself. I have to be what I want to be for myself. And it's like here in America, it's not like that. You see a child of 7 years, 8, 9, 10, speaking out for themselves, defending themselves. But in Nigeria, we cannot defend ourselves. That's the main reason all these pastors, I'm not saying there are not good pastors in Nigeria. There are good pastors in Nigeria, but the majority of them, they are not good pastors. They are victimizing all those kids, the vulnerable people in the grassroots. So I personally believe what Daddy Freeze is doing right now, I think is the proper thing. He should be able to stand up against these big time pastors in Nigeria that are manipulating the minds of the smaller pastors that are going downwards to the grassroots. If we can check them, the bigger pastors, we check them, we make sure they preach the right gospel, we make sure they are not manipulating Nigerians, they are not swindling Nigerians, definitely the smaller ones will learn from them. But as far as the bigger pastors in Nigeria are manipulating Nigerians, making money from Nigerians, the smaller ones in the grassroots will continue to do that because, one, there is no educational system in Nigeria. The people in the grassroots educationally are poor. So they are always bound to be...
Sorry, bro. Can I remove another person so I can just bring or two people? Bro, you are still talking. So can the two of you go, please? I'm ending. I just want to bring one minute, one more guy. God, thank you so much, my brother. The one with the business. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. And my other brother, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome, Daddy Freeze.
We are ending now.
Let me quickly round up. So mine is knowledge is important. If you want to play parents,
Okay.
We still need people to be educated. Real education. And we're not talking about classroom. You see, because I started with that, the fact that even people preaching the gospel, they don't even understand what they're talking about. It's why somebody will bring a Bible and interpret it for you upside down, and you take it, because you don't know any better.
There's a gentleman with us. Let's hear him quickly because they will soon end the live. Brother, introduce yourself. Let's hear your side.
Hi, everyone. And hi, Daddy Freeze. I really appreciate your life.
Hi, brother.
Actually following and all of that, but I just feel that we should reduce it's not all about religion or actually about the pastors and all of that, because that's what Nigeria needs, is actually to build its people. It's we the people that, of course, make up.
Sorry, I want to say something here. How can you build the people when the pastors and religion are what is holding the people back?
Yeah, I do not believe it is actually the pastors. I believe it's actually the family. It is the family, because if you as a parent, you are not instilling in your child the right morals and all of that, you're gonna have a lawless environment.
Let me
So
explain
like
to you why
America.
religion is the biggest problem. Your pastor is seen, hold on, your pastor is seen as a messenger of God.
Yeah.
On the same pulpit of a messenger of God, a politician that is corrupt is given honor. What has the pastor done? The pastor has endorsed the politician. That is how, hold on. That is how endorsement works. Davido carries a bottle of Martell. What does it mean? Davido drinks Martell. What does it mean? Davido endorses this Martell. Why are you buying Martell? Before Davido, I did not know there was something called Martell. Even if I saw it, but when you see Martell, what comes to your mind? Davido. Good. The first time I saw my president, our president, ever in my life, was in my former church. He came to give speech. My former church used to run one gospel concert. At 12 midnight, the president used to address the nation. What are you trying to tell me subliminally? How do you teach children? Was Christ hanging out with Pontius Pilate? Was Paul endorsing Herod? I want to ask you this question. Okay. You see, there is no juncture in Nigeria's growth that you can remove religion and pastor. Because the last set of people that ruled us, do you know a pastor was vice president? An ordained pastor. So, my brother, how do you remove religion? Please, what was Timothy or Paul or Thomas or Silas? What was their position in government?
We had a Daniel in government, right?
Daniel was not a Christian. Daniel was not a Christian. And Daniel had his many flaws, including bowing to Nebuchadnezzar's idol.
In fact, even right now, like we have the Jews in almost all
the Jews are not Christians. They don't even believe in Christ.
Yeah. Are you in Nigeria or outside Nigeria?
I'm in the US. But I'm a Nigerian, and I would say that my faith actually shaped me to who I am today. If not, I actually had all those Christian. The upbringing where I was able to hear all these pastors over the years, over and over and over, and know who I am for myself. I would not, I wouldn't have the values that I have, you understand, actually today. So I would say it's not like all these pastors will just make your life 100, at once and all of that. But it just helps.
Somebody is asking me for my account details. Here we don't post account details. Let me just tell the person my account details. Make we end the live. Sorry, brothers. Very important. Somebody has asked for my account details. The last time I gave my account details, 100 naira they send me. I still appreciate you. Thank you very much. Even if 100 naira you send, I appreciate you. 100-131-7326 Zenith Bank. 100-131-7326 Zenith Bank. We are ending in 1 minute exactly. 100-131-7326 Zenith Bank. Now, I wanted to say something to counter you here. If you went to an Oyinbo church, you will learn humility. Nigerian pastors are not humble. One Baba Gio that I thought was humble said anybody mocking him will buy. I don't know if you watched it.
But it shouldn't really be about them. It should not really be about
They are the
them.
one.
It's
You
not
see,
they
if your
can,
pastors came to church
like,
and pastor said,
But the matter.
hold on, if your
yeah,
pastor came to church and said, don't listen to me, do whatever the Bible says, the pastors, have you ever seen them worshiping the chair of a Jew? I've seen it. There's a video to it. Google it. People, because the Jew sat on the chair and got up, people were praying to the chair. You guys don't understand how powerful. You see, when we come and we we break their mental stronghold on the people. We make the people realize that they are nothing but men. What we are doing is we are helping the people. You see, you don't need a pastor to translate a Bible that is easy to read to you. You see, if you are doing advanced Bible understanding like we are doing in the Free Nation, then you need to do proper scholarship. But the Bible is very easy to read. Love your neighbor as yourself. Nigeria is the #1 country where people don't love their neighbor as their self. Paul said, do nothing in selfish interest. Rather, put people above yourself. Nigeria is that country where if I'm okay, anybody else can buy.
That's right.
That is Nigeria, and that is not Christianity.
I think you're doing a great job, Daddy Freeze. I think you're doing a great job. But I still also insist that it's beyond.
Let me ask you a question. Can you give me one advantage that the church and Nigerian pastors and the style of prayer and worship, especially the Pentecostals, have that other people who don't believe in their God, don't believe in their church, don't have? Mention one thing that we have as Nigerian Pentecostals.
I would say that the eyes of the world right now, they feel that as Nigerians, we are actually the greatest God people on earth. You know, anywhere we actually find ourselves, we have
Hold on. Do the Chinese think that we are greater than them?
No, I mean, the Nigerian spirit is a resilient spirit. The Nigerian spirit
is it the church of the pastors that made us so?
As in, it's a cumulative of all of these things. It's a cumulative of our experience, of all the things that we've had to deal with over the years.
Guys, please don't insult him. He's our brother. He's not rude. He's expressing his opinion, and we love it. We are deliberating. We might not agree because they don't begin the yapping for comment section. I beg. He's just airing his views. He's polite about it, and it's okay to have a conversation, but we need to end the conversation here. And I'm going to say, my brother with glasses near me with beer, end the conversation. Final say, I give up to you.
Well, mine is that we need a reorientation program in.
Bros, make this guy talk. He never talk plenty, and they'll go soon log me out.
Great. We need that reorientation. We need to understand things better. We need knowledge. Religion, my late boss told me, is a means of control. I am a Muslim. I understand the Quran. I'm not a dogmatic person. There are fine things, prayers will not. A leg that has been affected by polio, no amount of prayer warriors will make that leg become fat as normal again. That's a fact. So we need to work hard. Also, Nigerian people, please wake up. All this, mentality of religion, education is scam. You guys will cry later. It's not a scam. No worries. I understand. There's no job. There's no nothing. But you have to do better with wanting that nation to move forward. And next time, be one. Do not let use tribe and religion to separate you. The next election, I don't believe in anybody, but just make sure you look for someone who can represent you right, so we can move forward. We have the resources. We have the manpower. We have intelligent people from that nation that are doing great things outside the nation because there's an enabling society, but only in Nigeria. Please, ignore religion, ignore. That's all I have to say, that please.
Thank you very much.
I just have little to say. You can't give what you don't have. What lies in your head takes you ahead of others. So as Nigerians, we need to be open-minded. We need to be studious, because even the Bible says, study to show yourself approved. Okay, so get as much knowledge as you need to get so as to get there. Thank you.
Yes. And I also, of course, want to actually thank everyone, in this live as well. And I hope that we have this mindset that we can do all things. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. It's not really about the religion but it's more about who you are in your core, who you are as a person, who you really are. It's beyond all of the blame games and the razzmatazz and this and that. It's just about who you are in your spirit as a person, and of course what you are actually called to do and how you can actually impact your world. So that's all I have to say. It's a pleasure. Thank you. Anyway, actually, this is going to be the first time I'm going to join any live or of course any kind of discussion. So
my first time too.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Daddy Freeze. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right, guys. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Hopefully, take good care. God bless.
Bye.
Daddy Freeze didn't drop accounts now.
Hey, I dropped it to now. The person not send anything. I drop him. Is someone? Who is the person that asked for the account?
It was my wife that saying I said the see Daddy Freeze go boy and conrojo.
Hey, conrojo you.
I don't know.
Hey, Jodekbo.
I run Nigeria.
10013173226. I want to bury here.